Get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
And boom, we are live. How is everybody doing on this fantastic True Crime Thursday? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. The day has been great. If you guys didn't join us for the morning show this morning, guys, we had a hell of a one. We went in on the craziest mug shots of all time. Oh, man. And we had some line of the days like you wouldn't believe. Oh man, great interaction, guys. If you haven't checked out that 7:10 a.m. morning show, man, make sure you're checking it out right here live on all platforms, wherever you're watching: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all the Twitters, guys. We're on all the Twitters. Oh man, so welcome to the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. I'm your host, Brian Brown, and what this is the wildest, the craziest, the wackiest countdown to 420 show around, guys, around town. That is correct. We count down to 420 Monday through Friday, every day around 4:05 to 4:10, stoner time, and we get into a whole mess of trouble in the meantime. Movie Monday, Paranormal Tuesday, Weed Wednesday, True Crime Thursday like today, and tomorrow's the big one, guys, the Baked and Unboxed on Friday. And what that one is, guys, where we get, just like the name, we get baked together and we unbox some crazy collectibles and we give them away. Tomorrow, guys, we got the Jonathan Lipnicki autograph. Look at that. Jerry Maguire, if you want to get in on that, guys, go ahead and hashtag JP, Jonathan Lipnicki. That will be open tomorrow till about 2 p.m. And then I cut it off, guys. So make sure you're throwing up that hashtag Jonathan Lipnicki or JL. You don't have to do all. I would love to see. The hashtag is just Lipnicki. How do you spell that? What else we got, guys? We got the Alien Pack. This is from the Zombie horror box, guys. We got the autograph. Where are we at here? The autograph. I forget what movie this was from. I'll find out, guys. So this is 2 weeks away. You got the Alien print, guys. So you're gonna hashtag aliens on that one, and then hashtag 420. Hashtag 420 to get in for the April giveaway, guys. We'll be giving this away on May 1st. We'll be going live. Check it out. That, a bong, a swag bag, a whole bunch of 420 goodies. You guys know how it goes. And then on May 3rd, guys, we are giving away, if you hashtag below, the autographed 8x10 from the man the movie was made after. One of the greatest drug smugglers of all time, guys. We are going to be giving this away, but also on May 3rd, live at thedailydank.com. We're going to be doing a watch party, guys. Everyone's invited. It's BYOB. Bring your own blow. That's right. Join us, guys. We have a great time, and we'll be giving that away about the halfway mark, intermission mark of the movie, if you will. Very, very cool. All right, guys. So we got the top 5 at 420 as well. This is the top 5 epic fails, different things every day, guys. We're theming them now. So yesterday was Weed Wednesday, so we watched some people being crazy that we could laugh at because we're stoned. The day before that, we did the paranormal. We did the ghost sightings, top 5 ghost sightings. And so today, for True Crime Thursday, we are getting in to the dumbest criminals caught on tape. Oh man, these are pretty good too, guys. Yeah, mixing it up, something different. Let's get into this right now, guys. All right, top 5 at 420, brought to you by the Healing Center. That's right, guys. Top 5 at 420, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Save some green on some green, and they won't trap you into deals like this, guys. They're all fire. Look at this. So this is the same spot. 2 different guys. Both tried to break in, and they end up getting locked in like a rat in a cage. Look how panicked they get, too. Like, this guy just gives up. I think it's a storage unit. And look at that guy's drinking. Look at this guy. He starts digging holes. Look at people are just watching him like us. All right, number 4, guys. You know, this looks like a bar or a restaurant to me. Pretty sure they don't got lasers scoped out. So yeah, you got some masterminds here, guys. Number 3.
Easy as stealing a bike from a heavily staffed police station. Bolt cutters? Check. Face mask? Check. Having aspirations that exceed your capabilities? Oh, double check.
Oh, God.
The dude lasted exactly 23 seconds in what we can safely assume is the world's fastest bust. We bet the cops are getting really tired of these people pushing their luck.
Right in front of a freaking cop shop, too. Crazy. All right, this guy comes in. Let's see. Did he just drop his gun? That he couldn't get over the glass. And he just runs. He just ran. Talk about a joker. Oops. Oh my God, that's hilarious. All right, number 1, guys. We got the guy buying something. Let's see, what is he gonna do? So she sneaks away. Well, she's gonna start like doing some Black Widow stuff. Let's and boom, she falls. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That was your top 5 at 420, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Save some green on some green. Here's some bonus rounds, guys. Guys breaking in a restaurant, trying to get it. Oh, I swear, man, people. He's using his phone for a flashlight. Oh. Well, take what you can. Take what you can. I love the rolling around. Like, people actually think, oh my God, that's something that you need to do. All right, guys, we're getting down almost to 420. Get those bogs, get those rigs, get those downpipes out, guys, because we're getting into some good stuff. All right, we are getting into some Humboldt jealousy. I had the pound cake, London pound cake before, guys. This is $60 an ounce over at the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Save some green on some green. And look at these nugs, guys. Look at these freaking buds. Big old buds. Got them again. $60 an ounce. They're big. Oh, so stony. So stony. And it's good weed, man. This one doesn't have as long as legs. It's got legs, long as legs as the London pound cake, but man, it's a good intense high right off the bat. It just doesn't last as long, if that makes sense, guys. And I've been topping it off with some Bear Labs, man. I treated myself and hooked up some Bear Labs at 420 for myself, guys. Treat myself after a long day. All right. I'm way high. I'm hearing stuff. All right, guys, get those bongs, get those dabs, rigs, get those pipes. I'm hearing ghosts and goblins. Oh my! All right, guys, throw them up. Get so high that you hear a ghost, you hear a goblin. Here we go, guys, because it's 420. And boom. Oh, there you go, guys. There you go. How was your 420? Woo! Mine was fire, man. Oh, so good. So good, guys. oh, how's everyone doing out there, man? Big shout out to everyone that's watching. Make sure you're getting in on these giveaways because it's got to be 420 somewhere, guys. I'm excited. All sorts of this watch party. Rosie, what are you doing? Rosie, get over here. What are you doing? You're up to something, and I don't trust you. I think Rosie's up to something, guys. All right. Anyway, make sure you're getting in on this one. The George autograph, guys. The drug smuggling genius man who is behind the movie Blow. And, man, he has a great story to tell. So make sure you're getting in on that autograph, guys. That's going to be May 3rd. Watch for our watch party. That's going to be over on the dailydank.com, guys. Make sure you join it up. The Dank World Order is coming soon. It's up there, guys. We'll be talking more about that very, very soon. And, yeah, I'm excited. A lot of good stuff coming on. Bingo nights, summer nights, movie watch nights, guys. It's gonna be a good summer. It's gonna be a danked summer, guys. All right. Speaking of getting danked, let's get into it. It is True Crime Thursday. Hey, all right. True Crime Thursday, guys. This is a good one. This is actually a really good one. We're covering the Great Train Robbery. This was in 1963. This was a crazy, and it actually happened near Buckensmire, England. Easy, Buckenswire, England. Easy for me to say. Rosie, what are you doing? Hey! Rosie, go lay down. Get away from that. You're in trouble. Eating my freaking leftover lunch boxes. Lay down. You're in trouble. Lay down. I'm sorry, guys. Rosie getting in the producer, Rosie. Oh, that's my dog. I have a bulldog, guys, and she's very stubborn, very pain in the butt. She's going to be getting her own channel. I've been saying that for a while, but her and both bulldogs need it, guys. All right, so we're getting into the Great Train Robbery. Now, I forgot as I was getting these pictures together that the Great Train Robbery was also a movie, like an earlier movie too. So I got a bunch of pictures, and I'm like, after I was like, wait a minute, getting into this thing. I think I did get some accurate ones. All right, yeah. Oh man, that's funny. That's so funny. I'll give you one. All right, guys, hang on. Let me come back here. All right. We're going to get into this, guys. True Crime Thursday, the Great Train Robbery. All right. Guys, the Great Train Robbery happened in 1963 in England. This is one of the most famous heists in history. It took place in England in 1963 and involved thefts of millions of pounds from a mail train. The robbery was meticulously planned and executed by a gang of professional criminals who managed to evade the police for months. Yeah, man, this was a crazy deal when it first happened in 1963. That's not too long ago. This is something that baffled police at the time. And we're gonna get into it, guys. I mean, this thing was so flawless, almost like to like a DB Cooper extent. The Great Train Robbery begins with a man called Bruce Reynolds, a notorious criminal. That's obviously not the right one. All right. A notorious criminal. Let me see. Sorry. The Great Train Robbery begins with Bruce Reynolds, a notorious criminal who had spent most of his life in and out of prison. Reynolds was the mastermind behind the robbery, and he recruited a team of experienced thieves to help him carry it out, guys. So Bruce Reynolds was this notorious British criminal. Shoot, where am I at here? Here we go. There we go. He was this notorious British criminal, guys. He gained notoriety for masterminding this infamous Great Train Robbery in 1963. However, he was no stranger to crime before that. Born in London in 1931, Reynolds grew up in a working-class family and left school at the age of 14. He had a fascination with crime and the glamour that came with it, and he started his criminal career as a teenager, committing minor thefts and burglaries. It's easy to say when you're on the humble stuff, guys. Yeah, think about that, man. He grew up like a lot of us did. You know, we watch these mobster movies, and they kind of glorify. You know, they kind of glorify especially his. Like, you got the James Cagney and hey, listen here, copper, and that kind of stuff. So I could definitely see how that could be a an appeal. And you kind of get into that life. Reynolds quickly became known as a skilled criminal and was involved in a variety of different crimes, including theft, robbery, and fraud. He was a member of several gangs, including the Southwest Gang, which was responsible for a number of high-profile crimes throughout the 1950s and the 1960s. So he just wasn't getting his, he's just learning, man. He's getting his feet wet. He's cutting his teeth, if you will, as they say. Reynolds, so he started getting notoriety for these high-profile crimes, probably learning a lot at the time, too. Then in 1963, Reynolds and his gang carried out what would be their most famous and audacious crime, the Great Train Robbery. This was what we're talking about today, guys. This was on August 8th, 1963, when Reynolds and his gang stopped at a mall. Stopped a mail train, not like a mail train, like a woo-woo, the mail train. Jump on board the mail train, guys. No, it's raining mail train. Like a mail train, like a train full of mail. Oh, yeah, they gang a mail train between Glasgow and London and made off with $2.6 million in cash, guys. So the plan was pretty simple. The gang would wait for the train. The gang would wait for the train and pass a remote section of track, and then they would board the train and steal the money. To do this, they had to stop the train by using a fake red signal light. The gang then broke up into the train's mail car and stole the money. The robbery was a success, and the gang managed to get away with 2.6 million, over 2.6 million. This is at 50 million pounds. So what's that like? About $50 million, right? Like I think, give or take, a few million. However, the police soon caught wind of the robbery and launched a massive manhunt to capture the culprits. So let's look at the crew, guys. So the crew was a ragtag. It's like a real Ocean's 11, if you will. Bruce Reynolds was the mastermind and organizer of the robbery. You had Ronald Buster Edwards, one of the robbers who stole the bags of money. So yeah, this was a pretty. Let me see if I got a better picture here. Well, can't see any of their faces there, but that's a pretty good one. Ronald Buster Edwards, one of the robbers who stole the money bags. Ronald Biggs, author, one of the robbers who stole the money bags and later became notorious for his escape from prison and living in a fugitive as a fugitive in Brazil. We need to get into that. That's a whole nother story. Charlie Wilson, the train driver who was cushed on the head and tied up during the robbery. Roy James, one of the robbers who participated in the heist and later became the getaway driver for the gang during their escape. Tom Wisby, one of the robbers who participated in the heist and later became the driver of the train engine that would be used to transport the robbers and steal and the stolen money. And then Gordon Goody, one of the robbers who participated in the heist and later became involved in other criminal activities. Probably wasn't his first. Probably wasn't his first go around, guys. So basically, this train robbery. Check these guys out. This isn't actual footage, as you guys go. It's known as the Cheddarington train robbery. Was carried out by a group of 15 men. Some of them we just briefly covered on August 8th, 1963. The heist was planned meticulously over several months and involved the robbery of the Royal Mail train. The robbery began with a single man named Patrick McKenna, who was a member of the gang, using a key to switch the train tracks and divert the train into a different set of tracks. The train then was stopped at the bridge in Buckensmire by a red signal, which was tampered with by the gang beforehand to ensure the train would stop at that location. Once the train had stopped, the robbers used a Land Rover to approach the train and overpower the train's driver, Jack Mills, the second man in the cab, David Whitby, and the second man in the cab, David Whitby. The robbers then uncoupled the engine and then the first two carriages, which contained the valuable mail bags. The robbers loaded the mail bags, which contained around 2.6 million in cash, or pounds, 2.6 million pounds in cash, and other valuables into their waiting vehicles and drove the engine and the first two carriages, which contained the valuable mail bags. The robbers loaded the mail bags, which contained around 2.6 in cash valuables, into their waiting vehicles and drove away. The gang had planned to transfer the money into waiting boats on the nearby River Lea, but the boat became grounded and the gang was forced to abandon it. The robbers then fled to various locations around UK and Europe, but the majority of the gang was captured and sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Overall, the Great Train Robbery was a highly sophisticated and carefully planned heist that involved a range of criminal activities, including stolen vehicles, tampering with railway signals, and physical violence against the train crew. The robbery remains one of the most infamous heists in British criminal history. Yeah, so that was just kind of a brief little taste of it. Reynolds was ultimately who planned and executed the heist and the robbery was sentenced to about 25 years in prison. While in prison, Reynolds continued to write and study and became something of a cult figure among young criminals. Um, he was released in prison in 1978 and retired from a life of crime, although he remained a popular figure in the underworld and continued his association with criminals. Man, if that was now, he would be there with Sammy the Bull doing podcasts and what's that, Michael? The other mob guy that does all the podcasts. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of crazy. So they ended up ultimately caught. The money, they never found it all, which goes then into a whole different realm of speculation, guys. We're talking, where's the money? The Great Train Robbery, not this one. Oh, that's what happens when you're a stoner, guys. That's what happens. There's a lot of movie ones in here too. But yeah, man, so that's pretty crazy. So ultimately what ended up happening was they had an inside man. They figured out how to work the tracks. They figured out when this big cash delivery from the mail was going to be loaded on the train and then taken to the next drop-off point. They then hijacked the train. Or no, they didn't hijack. They diverted the track to go a different way. And then they hijacked the train. Disconnected all but two cars, drove it down the train a ways, and then loaded up their vehicles, took off. And then the plan was to load it up in U-boats, or not U-boats. Is this Germany? What the fuck? Well, I'm pretty damn close, right? To load up in boats, but then the boats ended up being grounded because I guess the tide was down. So then they had to divert and figure something else out. And ultimately, I think that's probably what got them caught. You know, England, like those countries are weird. And I guess not for them because it's normal. Like we think of the United States as one big country. But then if you look at like England and like Britain and all that whole, whatever you want to call that section of land, continent, you got like Ireland. You got all these that would be considered states where we're at, but they're countries. So it kind of confuses me a little bit. The dumb American, the dumb stoner American trying to figure out the difference between states and countries. But no, so I would imagine if you blown it on a boat to get to a different country pretty quick. That's what I would think. And then you figure out what country is going to be the quickest to load it up and then take off. I would have to look at a map where they're at. But I mean, even if you're going to a different province, a different whatever they're calling it over in England, man, so that was pretty brilliant. Unfortunately, they didn't check the weather. They didn't have Google back then. They just, had to guess it. So tide was down and ultimately led to their demise. But man, talk about notorious, right? Oh, talk about notorious, guys. All right, so that was the Great Train Robbery of 1963, and that was your True Crime Thursday, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Man, yeah, check out this jealousy. I'm going to go freaking head over there before everyone else does. While weekly deals have dropped, they haven't dropped when you see this. I'll be dropping over at thedailydank.com in the next couple hours, guys. Check these out, man. Jealousy. I'd get in on it. 60 an ounce, old school, freaking fire bud. It's biker weekend out there, guys. It's going to be a good weekend. I'm going to have a great time here locally and wherever you're at, man. Hopefully you're having a great time. I'm sure there's plenty of events and great things going on. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Get in on these giveaways, guys. Check out thedailydank.com. Very, very cool articles just went up. Did you know worms that eat marijuana can get the munchies just like people, guys? That's an actual article over there. And then what about the dispensary company that went on strike during 420? That's another great article over there, guys. Check those out, and we will see you at 7:10. Don't miss out on this awesome 7:10 show, guys. We'll see you.
thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can.